RSA created a 500-kilogram bomb to take down the World Trade Center. The bomb was put in the garage of the North Trade Center and was meant to bring down the World Trade Center, but the bomb was not big enough, so the bomb was an unsuccessful bomb. Later that day, RSA Yusuf emailed the New York Times saying why he had bombed the World Trade Center and his reasoning for it. Yusuf's reasoning for bombing the World Trade Center in the garage was because of the U.S. support of Israel and the depression of the Palestinian people. Two years later, RSA then came back to America and got an apartment in Philadelphia. RSA's apartment in Philadelphia, he turned it into a bomb factory where he made bombs. One of RSA's bombs went wrong and started a fire in his apartment. That's when the police then sent out a search warrant, and an Al-Qaeda member turned him in for $2 million. He was then sentenced 240 years in prison. That's when Osama bin Laden became the leader of the attack of the Twin Towers. Muhammad then made training camps and concentration camps in Afghanistan for his troops to train for the bombing of 9/11. Osama then wrote a 12-page book about what he planned to do and why, and he planned to declare war on the Twin Towers. Osama then sent two of the Al-Qaeda members to the U.S. for flight training. Osama then sent George Bush a letter saying that he planned to follow in RSA Yusuf's example and take down the World Trade Center. George Bush just kind of ignored it. The U.S. then tried many times to try and kidnap Osama, but they were too afraid because of the danger of others. So this got dismissed also. They then sent out warrants for the two Al-Qaeda men that were here for the hijacking because they knew their names. They sent it to the FBI, but the FBI did not look at it until 30 days later. The FBI then received the message about the two Al-Qaeda men September 10th, 2001. The United States flyers were too late once they heard about the hijacking. The U.S. had many ways to stop 9/11, but they just all weren't ready for it. They did not expect it, and they weren't ready. Both Al-Qaeda men got past security so easily, they had no trouble. The Al-Qaeda men wore business attire to try and blend in with every other normal American. Flight 11 was the first airline to be hijacked by one of the Al-Qaeda men. Betty Ong was the flight attendant on Flight 11. She got in contact with the U.S. and told them that she thought the plane was being hijacked. They told her that they would send their flyers out for help. The flyers didn't leave until moments after. At 8:46, the North Tower was hit, and the U.S. flyers were too late. 9:59, the South Tower was hit. The U.S. government knew this one was coming, but then again, they were not there yet. Later that day, at 5:21, the 7 World Trade Centers collapsed from fires that started from the North and the South World Trade Centers. Fires broke out everywhere, and a dust cloud covered the city from the collapsing towers. The third plane was flown into the Pentagon building, causing the Pentagon to come into flames. The fourth plane was flown into a field in Pennsylvania after the passengers took over and redirected it from not going into the capital of the United States. All the fires and dust clouds that broke out caused serious damage to the lower Manhattan of New York. Because of the damage, markets closed on Wall Street. The economy shut down on Wall Street. Because of 9/11, airlines and airspaces were closed in the US and in Canada until September 13th. Because of the 9/11 tragedy, the US did not rebuild the World Trade Centers until 2013. The World Trade Centers opened in 2014.